Hi everybody. May is considered to be Mental Health Awareness Month. Now this is a topic that's pretty difficult to talk about, very, very sensitive. And despite the openness that is there for discussions on mental health, because of a lot of celebrities opening up about their own stories, it's made the atmosphere a little bit more conducive, and yet we find that people are hesitant to accept this as a health issue and to allow for people to open up about it within our families, within our friend circles, within our communities. What can help people who are suffering from mental health problems to reach out to others? I think, as always, books are a great way to initiate these discussions. So today the book I'm going to talk to you about is this book called C is for Cat, D is for Depression. It's written by Kairavi, Bharat, illustrations by Priya, Kurian, and published by Scholastic. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to read the book out to you, and I hope that's really, really helpful. And during the video, I'll just show some of the pictures that are there, which really caught my attention. It's a beautifully, beautifully illustrated book. Great job, Priya Kurian, on that. I've always been a fan of hers, and this book just takes it to another level. Today, I'm going to talk about something I have felt for a long time. In case, maybe, just maybe, you share these thoughts of mine. As kids, we are taught all the important things we need to know. The periodic table, the constellations, the world maps they do show. They tell us A is for apple and B is for ball, that C is for cat and D is for doll. But that's not all. From kids, why do we hide that for another word D can also be applied? Depression, there, I said it. It's always spoken of with a hush. Such an important topic, which in school they don't even brush. You may have heard the word, but not know what it means. It's hard to really understand, unless in depression you have been. It's not just a phrase used to describe when you're upset. It's a proper condition that sometimes some people get because of events around them, or because maybe their bodies and minds are out of sync chemically. I want to help you understand, to explain to you today, just to be aware in case you ever feel this way. Or if someone around you is going through this and their world is falling apart and their mind is in crisis, then you can lean forward and offer a helping hand. Because you have read about depression and now you understand. One day things are fine, you're happy and carefree. Suddenly the switch flips and in comes negativity. It's almost like a movie, full of color and so bright that loses all vibrancy and is now black and white. Or like walking around with a dark cloud over your head. Around you it's sunny, but on you there's a storm instead. That storm represents the turmoil in your brain, the gloomy atmosphere created by thunder and rain. Another way to describe it is it's like falling down a hole, falling head first, spinning out of control. How deep is the hole? I've been falling for so long. Shouldn't this stop at some point? It just feels so wrong. The further you go, the more you believe that this dark hole you will never ever leave. Or it feels like there's a radio going on in your head, spouting negative commentary about everything being said. When you try to talk to someone, it says you're boring, no fun. When you try and step out of your room, it says, go back, run. Or when you have dreams and aspirations, it says you can't, you don't deserve it. It's going on in your head like a chant. But here's my favorite description. It's like drowning in the sea. Everyone around you can swim, but nope, not me. Fighting the currents, getting exhausted day by day. How can I stop this? Is there any way? Or you're surrounded by four walls closing in on you. It's getting smaller and smaller. There's nothing you can do. It's like a bad dream. You're really out of luck. And every night thereafter, in the same dream, you're stuck. But even after a nightmare, you wake up. You're okay. But this just doesn't stop. It happens every day. It's like being tied to someone with an invisible rope. And when it's someone you hate, it's very hard to cope. When that person is you, it's even more hard. You don't get a break. You're just getting scarred. It's like getting a fever and feeling very sick. But it's more than just a flu. On your mind, it plays a trick. It makes you believe you deserve this. This is your fate. Stuck with this sickness forever. Stuck in this state. It mimics that feeling of being away on an unpleasant trip and wanting to go home so badly you feel you're going to flip. Except you are home, in your room, the only place you know, but you're still uneasy. Where do you desire to go? It's like being in a tunnel, but there's no light at the end. You realize in here, your whole life you will spend. Not only that, there's sticky mud sucking at your feet, making it hard to move forward, to making you accept defeat. Or like you are in an endless journey with rocks on your back, and the negativity in your mind is on the mode to attack. And because you're bent down low, all you can see is the ground, making you feel hopeless, even though good things are around. But hope is a funny thing. Either it's in you or it's not. It's one of those things that even in the best school can't be taught. So when you are low and hope is out of the door, I have a solution for you that'll work for sure. Close your eyes and think of the people you hold dear. Then even the worst thoughts will slowly start to disappear. Seeing you suffer, remember your mom's tear-filled eyes. Remember the hours your dad sat up with you giving you advice. Take things step by step. Enjoy life's little joys, like a sleepover with the girls or a game of catch with the boys. There's a solution for everything you feel. These thoughts are just in your mind, though they feel totally real. Because if you're drowning, you can learn how to float, or someone will rescue you in their little boat. Or if you're falling, you will eventually hit the floor, and from there, the only way is up. That's for sure. If it's a nightmare, one day the alarm will ring. It'll just be a bad memory, a past thing. And the tunnel that looked like it had no light at the end has happiness awaiting you at the very next bend. And that unwanted friend who annoyed you all day, you guys now get along. You don't mind that she will stay. 'Cause you never be normal, like the next guy in line. But is anyone really normal? Is anyone really fine? Depression may be like a dog that's around you always, but you have trained him well. He now listens, sits and stays. And if you ever need motivation, you can think about me. I'm now finally able to separate depression from reality. And I'll never regret this journey that I have been on. It gives me something to be proud of, something to reflect upon. And I promise Things will change like they did for me. One day from this darkness, you will finally be free. Facing it head on is best. You've got nothing to fear. After all I've been through, I'm still here. I love this book. It does make it sound very simple to get through this journey of depression, of anxiety, of panic. It sounds very simplistic. The analogies that are used to compare it to are often spoken about. But remember, this author did go through this, and she's speaking about her personal experience. So at any point of time, I think it's important that we know that we have people around us who care, who are bothered about us. We have shoulders to lean on. So today, I just want to put it out there. If anybody needs me, I'm there. Please do reach out. I may not always know what you are going through, when you are going through it, but I do know this, that I have a shoulder that you can cry on. I can lend you my ears. I can offer you my hand to hold. Thank you. I hope this has been helpful.